Hey guys, good news. I've got the set working. I'll show you what the problem was in a moment. It turned out to be actually a trivial wiring error. So here I am picking up our local low power VHF station on channel 6. It sounds a bit scratchy, and a bit weak. I gotta clean that pot. But also this is a pretty low power station, so I don't think this set has the greatest sensitivity. I'm just using a pair of rabbit ears over here. So I'm going to power this down, show you what the problem was, and then I think it's time to put in the real picture tube and hook up a digital converter box for a proper test. So what was the problem? Well, I pulled out the voltage chart here for this set and I started testing all these voltages. When I got to the 25Z6 rectifier, it's supposed to have 260 volts on pin 8. I only had about 100 volts, so I started investigating around that area. Tube tested okay. Resistors here tested okay. So my next thought was, well, maybe the selenium rectifier is bad. You should really always replace these with diodes. I just hadn't gotten around to it because it tested okay. So I popped in a 1N4007 diode. It's a silicon diode that can handle 1000 volts at 1 amp. It's a great general purpose replacement for selenium rectifiers. And I put in a 37 ohm series resistor because these selenium rectifiers are not as efficient as silicon, and they actually have a voltage drop across them and they generate a bit of heat. So if you don't put a resistor in series, the voltage may be a bit too high. So anyways, I put that in, but no, still no luck. Then I checked my wiring. Now I didn't touch any of the wiring for any of the tubes or anything, so I figured that had to be good. But what did I replace? Well, the capacitors. So I started checking them carefully. Turned out I just had one mistake. This black lead here on this cap, I had going to ground. That lug right there with the red and the blue wire. In my photos, it looked like that's where it was going. I didn't quite get the right angle on it. It turns out it's supposed to go to this lead, which is actually the 120 volt AC coming in. So quite a bit of a difference between 120 volts AC and ground. So with that in place, the voltage popped up to about 250 volts and the set started working fine. So now that I know it's working fine, I'm going to put the picture tube in, and the only thing left to do underneath is to put these guys inside these tubes. I wasn't quite sure if these were going to work because these are .022 and they're supposed to be .03. But now I know the set's working fine. I'll go ahead and encase those these two tubes, and then that'll be it electrically. Which leaves me with the last major task, which is cleaning. I started doing a bit of cleaning on the chassis here. I think this is cadmium plating, but it's nowhere near as bright and shiny as some of my other sets, but it has that similar whitish corrosion on it. A little bit of naval jelly or general purpose rust remover, muriatic acid and phosphoric acid does a real nice job cleaning this up. And then there's the knobs. These knobs are all fine, these brown plastic ones, but these guys, whatever plastic they used breaks down and forms this white crap on the surface. It's a real pain to get off, and it'll keep coming back. But I guess it takes years to get to looking this bad. I tried cleaning these a bit. I soaked them in some soapy water, but I'm really gonna have to get like a toothbrush and really go at it. Same with the back side here. Here's one I cleaned a while ago, but that crud's starting to come back, and I started cleaning the others. See, it comes off pretty easily. It's just kind of like a scum on the surface of the plastic. I've asked around online, and there really is no consensus or proven method to prevent this from coming back. So I think I'll just clean them up and see how it goes. And then there's the cabinet. Just crap off of it, which needs to be refinished. There's a bit of damage here, but overall the veneer is in pretty good shape. The front's in really good shape. The control area, the graphics and everything, how the crafters go. A little touch up on the black, and some black area here, up here, but that's no big deal. However, when you look at this side, here we got some veneer separation. So I'm going to have to glue this down as best I can. Purchase really hard. If I push on this, it's gonna crack. So I guess I'll try steaming it or getting it wet. And hopefully it'll bend better. And there's a chip out here, which I do actually have, I believe. That happened when I was bringing it home and I stuck it in the drawer. So I hope I can glue that back on. And then I think I will refinish this. I'm not quite sure when. I got a lot of other refinishing tasks in the queue. But I think this would be just a matter of simple stripping it with citrus strip, some mahogany stain, and then a few coats of clear lacquer. Should go pretty quick. Alright, let's put the tube in, hook up a digital converter box, do a final test of this set. Alright, I've installed the proper black and white picture tube. It's playing just fine. I also sprayed the volume control with some deoxit, and all the scratchiness is gone. Turn off the lights here so you get a better idea what the picture looks like. This actually works better than I was expecting. These little 7-inch sets are, well, they were low-cost TVs, not usually high-performing sets. But yeah, it's playing just great. If I turn the brightness up, you can see those lines on there. Those are called retrace lines. I saw a mod circuit online that you can wire in to reduce those lines. I think I'll give that a shot. So, like I was saying, that just leaves a little bit of final cleaning and refinish the cabinet, and this project will be done pretty soon. That's all for tonight.